More than 15 months have passed since 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was shot in the chest at point-blank range by George Zimmerman, a neighborhood watch volunteer in Sanford, Florida. Zimmerman, then 28 years old, says that he acted in self-defense after he was attacked by Martin. This week, Zimmerman's trial for second-degree murder has finally commenced, but this was far from the beginning of the conversation. These 15 months have not only included a rhetorical remarks on the evolution of a black man wearing a hoodie, but it's amplified the concept of race in America and the private and public execution of the law.
I've had the privilege of interviewing Sabrina Fulton, just one-on-one, sitting down.
Trayvon's mother.
Trayvon's mom, I'm sorry. And just, she just has questions. Yeah. And she has only asked for a day in court. I don't know where this woman gets strength from. It's just the mother's strength. Yeah. And she wants someone to simply walk in front of a courtroom and explain to her what happened, and then have an independent jury evaluate the facts and the law and then make a determination. Yeah. And there's not vengeance, there's not hate, there's anger because she doesn't know what happened to her child.
I spoke to Robert Zimmerman, George Zimmerman's brother, yesterday, and he was, interestingly enough, saying essentially the same thing, that he wants justice for everybody. He wants the truth to come out.
Yes.
He wants the world to know what happened, and obviously he thinks his brother is not guilty. Right. But how do we go about finding that out, especially in the midst of all this messiness in the media?
Well, this is Florida, so I know that there are going to be cameras in the courtroom. So there's going to put in a tremendous amount of a spotlight on this case. I think you know that I have now covered or commented on every high-profile case in the last 20 years, starting all the way back from, I guess, my first one was William Kennedy Smith in 1991. Yeah, I remember that. Okay? Right, yeah. So up and through, you know, just this case right here, whenever there's a spotlight of the media on a case, it takes on a completely different environment. And when you have cameras in the courtroom, it does indeed change. Yeah. Attorneys act a different way. Sometimes judges can act a different way. You actually saw that in, say, the O.J. Simpson trial with Judge Ito. He sort of went a little crazy in my opinion. It became like a performance. Yeah, you know, so the first thing we have to do is we have to know that is going to take on a completely different imagery. Then you add into it a racial element to it, and it's undeniable that the racial element is going to play a major role.